Ahoy! Caveman here. It has been a long time since I have spoken to the camera. Probably 2 months maybe since I even posted anything. Much has been happening. I have now been moved out of my house for a month, and what precipitated that, independent of buying the property, was I was asked to move out so the owner could sell. So the entire month of May was a major transition. I had lived there for 8.5 years, and going through the whole process was quite involved. I'm currently in a camper on one of the properties of our farm, where I'll hunker down for a little while I continue to develop the property, Trog Farms. The transition was quite interesting. My body certainly reacted to it, and by the time I had relocated, it went through its own natural purge, and I got sick as it recognized that we were in a period of flux and transition, and expelling a previous paradigm, in this case, where I had lived for so long, and moving on to bigger and better things. And in the course of this entire process, now that I feel like I kind of have a little bit of flow back in life, I have rediscovered, or I should say I've jumped back in with both feet and both hands into Mark Passio's work regarding all of the occultism and natural law, and I've really come to understand and digest not just the meaning of the work, but that what he is talking about is the foundation below the foundation of anything someone needs to understand. And in hearing it and digesting it, I've come to realize that this is the work that I must put forth myself. And it's definitely daunting, because if you were to sum it up, you would say I'm trying to save the world, and there's only a handful of people that are truly fully awake to everything that is happening. And I will be working with Travis on creating some very intentional content to spread this message from now until, I pass. It's that big. I felt like the boy in The Sword and the Stone when he pulls the sword out, and it's upon that realization of the magnitude of what I've learned and the importance of carrying that forward and working on that. Beyond that, the property now has a power pole. We're waiting on a well, and I got a quote on a pole barn, and hopefully that might be going towards the direction of construction in about a month or a month and a half. George and I might be buying a dump truck together so that we can move a lot of dirt and find a level space. I've also made a very good connection with a young couple about my age that's working on a farm just half-hour away from me, and we have certainly connected in the permaculture and in the spiritual sense and everything you could ask for in trying to build the community. And it's, of course, I don't believe in coincidences. I consider the synchronicities to be cosmic doors opening, or cosmic smiles, as I like to call them. So that is going to summarize what I wanted to talk about without going into depth. A new chapter begins, and even though I had not chosen to move out when I did, it all comes at the right time, because that's the only way it can. So I'm currently on a very long road trip, about 1,300 miles northeast, to a DeBlau family reunion, where I will talk to my fellow cavemen that I haven't seen in 15 and 20 years, and no one really knows I'm going, so it's going to be a surprise. I'm going to record a bunch of that and have Travis make a small video on that, because the interpersonal relationships that we have are so important, especially those with family. So I'm going up there to spend time, cultivate some love, and just say hi and possibly goodbye to some of the folks that are getting on in age. So this is a special trip. I will catch you all soon. It will not be 2 months. We're going to be cooking up some really good content that I'm very excited about. I mean, what's more enthralling than feeling like you've discovered the meaning of life and what consciousness is, and wanting and needing to share it with others, not only for the sake of helping them, but for the very sake of truth itself. It is ultimately Trog's work. So here we go.